Sometimes you look at a movie and go, you know, this looks cheap. The acting isn't amazing. The script is there, I suppose. And oh god, the brown filter. Turn it off. Turn it off. But this actually isn't that bad. Huh. Which is pretty much the exact reaction I had to the Ghost Photo Club and its sequel, or prequel, I suppose, which came out in 2015. This is based on a novel, but I'm just going to be focusing on this purely as a film and not comparing the two. Either way, the script is written by the author of the novel, Fukutani Osamu, so it's still his work all the way. Both this film and its sequel, or prequel, were directed by Nagae Jiro, the same guy who has pretty much made a career out of churning out cheap horror films, either based on Ni-channel creepypastas or novels like this. Looks like he's also directing the upcoming Chiller's Art game-turned-movie, The Convenience Store, as well, so keep an eye out for that. At any rate, if you're familiar with any of his movies, you should probably know what to expect here. Stuff is going to look cheap. The acting won't be amazing. The script exists. Without any meanness in my heart, these movies are pretty much the fast food of the horror world. You don't order reheated fries and get upset when they're not a premium Wagyu steak, you know? So, this film is, shockingly, about a school club that investigates ghost photos. We have Makimura, the captain of the club, Kayu, the girl who can see ghosts, and Lily, because I guess we need a third member. She's the cheerful girl to add a little levity and contrast to the serious nerd type that is Makimura, and the solemn, I see dead people, Kayu, who is the movie's main character. The film starts perhaps a little strangely if you aren't aware that technically this isn't the Ghost Photo Club's first outing. It was actually first released as a drama back in 2010, but it didn't do so well, and it wasn't until it picked up a bit of a following online in later years that the creators decided to take advantage of that, do a little crowdfunding, and get this made as a proper film. And so, the film starts by throwing you into this established world and tries to catch new viewers up by doing a quick montage of sorts to let you know the important details. There's a masked killer out there who's taking photos of their handiwork, and we're informed that Kayu often goes to the school rooftop to meet a mysterious girl who gives her advice on these ghost photos they investigate. Cool. Now, here's an entirely unrelated ghost photo. Let's investigate it. It seems there's some holdover from the episodic format of the drama here, as the movie then has our club move straight into investigating a photo that a young girl claims is of a real angel. The trio head over to her house, play Angel Summer with her, which is like a variant of Kokkuri-san. And as you might expect, the game goes horribly wrong. Turns out the photo is fake, but the girl really is being possessed. Things go badly, the mysterious girl from the rooftop shows up to save us all, and then they try to tie this into what will be the main story of the film after this by having the masked killer show up and, well, take care of the girl and her mother. 30 minutes spent on this, by the way, meaning the actual story of the movie only takes up an hour of runtime. The actual meat of the story then revolves around the mysterious girl on the rooftop and how she relates to the ghost photo the club are now investigating, and also how this all ties into the masked killer. I won't run down the entire plot here, as it's honestly not that meaty and you should enjoy watching it yourself, but like I said at the start, this is a weird film that's not amazingly written, not amazingly acted, overall looks cheap, and relies way too much on the brown filters that were so popular at the time. But there's something about it. It has heart. The people making this film and the people appearing in this film are so earnest about it that it becomes charming. This isn't going to be winning any Oscars, but there's a lot of love being funneled into this film about 3 students investigating ghost photos. And if you open yourself up to it, it's honestly not that bad. The relationship between the 3 club members is genuinely endearing and feels realistic, and there's just enough mystery and intrigue to the main story that it keeps you wanting to watch more. And if you're a fan of knee channel type stories, well, that's precisely what you get here. The ending does get somewhat comical, with the masked killer reveal, or reveals, and some folks just casually walking around with knives poking out of them like it's just a flesh wound. But again, there's something so earnest about it all that it really is just charming. Now, this film was graced with a sequel 1 year later, which isn't really a sequel. It's more of a prequel, or maybe just an overall reboot of the story, as the title, Ghost Photo Club Reboot, would suggest. It's all kinda muddy, honestly, which we'll get to. Either way, I started watching this one not knowing anything about it, just that it was a follow-up to the original. And because they recast the actress playing Caillou and the actress playing the mysterious girl, it took an embarrassingly long time to realize that she wasn't a new character looking to join the Ghost Photo Club. Like, it was nearly halfway through the film before they finally called her Caillou out loud. And then I realized, oh, they've recast. Oh, she's not a new character, and this story is actually taking place before the previous one. Oh, I see. All of this would have been great to know 30 minutes ago. Either way, the follow-up is only about an hour long, and it consists of 2 unrelated stories, going back to the franchise's original episodic concept. And these are tied together by the school's film club, following the Ghost Photo Club around for these 2 investigations. Our first story sees them investigating an abandoned building where some people went on a test of courage that ended rather fatally. And then the second one sees them investigating a face that won't disappear in a student film, once again sending them to yet another abandoned building with a dark history behind it. If you're wondering how this ties into the first film, well, the masked killer is briefly mentioned towards the start, and then they make an appearance right at the end, letting us know this is indeed a prequel. But maybe it's a reboot. Or maybe it's a vague reboot with prequel aspects or something. I don't know. Either way, the quality of this film is definitely lesser than the first. But if you found yourself wanting more of the Ghost Photo Club after the first film, well, this one delivers that at the very least. The chemistry between the club members is a little different now that they've recast Caillou, and they also have film club members constantly tailing them, but if you want more, it is here. If you keep your expectations in check, there are 2 otherwise enjoyable films here. Nothing amazing, and the story and acting certainly won't blow your mind, nor will you see anything new here. But if you just want some comfort food, something you know isn't great for you, but damn it, right now it's familiar and tastes perfectly fine, and it's not costing me a lot of money, then you could do worse than these 2 films. They're pretty alright. But what did you guys think? Have you seen these movies yourself? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.